Okay, so
There are
can
humans
you
here.
sub my channel? No, I can't sub your channel.
Okay. Should we wait for a few more people to come?
I would press the invite button, but I don't know where that is.
I don't know how to do it.
Wow,
Wait,
you are now third in YouTuber. Congratulations.
I'm a what? Sorry?
You're number three in YouTuber apparently.
Probably not because of me.
Well, that's what it said.
Weird. Maybe, I think most people use the girls tag, to be honest.
Even the boys use the girls tag. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yes. I kind of, like, I wonder if Tor's gonna come here.
I don't know. I hope not. In short videos.
What do you have against him?
He's a liar. He's a fraud. I mean, what? I have lots of things against liars. I mean, they're the worst people.
Why is he a fraud? Like,
Because, I mean, he lies all the time. I mean, he even lied about his height. I mean, how ridiculous do you have to be to lie about your height?
well, see, like, I saw your videos on that, but I wasn't too sure. Because obviously, you've got to take everything you see online with a grain of salt. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Malinois.
You really do have the worst internet connection.
Sorry. I should see my speed. Like, it's really bad. I can't even use Twitch.
Oh, you're clear now.
Yeah.
It suddenly just got better.
Probably because I paused my downloading.
That would make a difference.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, yeah.
DJ Weeby. Why do you have a weeb becoming your fan? Do you want that kind of fan? You want weebs as your fan? You want weeaboos to be your fans?
To be honest, if they like me, sure. I'm not judgmental. But I'm like literally using a unicorn bottle, so I can't really afford to judge people.
You're frozen. Oh, now you're moving. Now you're moving.
Okay.
Well, this is a disaster.
I'm sorry about my internet. So, I guess, why don't you think Australia's real?
What do you mean, why don't I think it's real? I know it's not real. This isn't a matter of opinion. This isn't a matter of thinking. This is a matter of things that have been proven. I mean, I've shown countless amounts of evidence.
Really?
Yes, I have.
Because I've always thought that I live in this place called Australia.
Well, you don't. You actually live in New Zealand, and you have been brainwashed. You think you live in Australia, but you don't. You have been drugged up and brainwashed. It was an elaborate hoax by the New Zealand government, because back all those years ago, when people in all these countries were first starting to discover each other, New Zealand thought, oh no, we're a pretty terrible country. We should really make sure that we're not the worst country. So they created Australia as a guise so that people thought, okay, New Zealand might be bad, but at least they're not as bad as Australia.
But I would argue that Australia is not even the worst country.
You would argue it's what?
Not the worst country.
Not true.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that Australia is the worst country. Like a lot of my clients, they've told me that they feel really lucky here because we have a lot of stuff here that other countries don't.
Okay, maybe you're lucky compared to living in Syria because you're not having fucking bombs dropped in your head. But
Yeah.
you're not lucky compared to the rest of civilization.
What do you mean?
And, you know, in like the real world, the real countries, like the UK, the US, even Canada, even though they've got bad milk, I mean, they're barely real. They're basically a meme. They're a joke at this point. But Canada is even better than Australia.
But why are they better?
I mean, Australia is filled with just... I mean, maybe Australia wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't for the Australians, but...
I can agree with you on that one.
I mean, there's all these... How many dangerous animals can you have in one place? It doesn't even make sense. The Dr. Seuss novel, I mean...
We don't have many... Like, our animals aren't even that dangerous. It's a rumour.
It's a rumour. I've seen spiders as big as birds.
Yeah, the huntsman. So it's the female spider that's bigger and the male spider's slightly smaller, but the female spider's only dangerous if she has live young.
Oh.
And they're
Next
not
question.
poisonous. So how did you stumble upon all this?
How did I stumble upon all this? Well, I mean, it must have been a couple of years ago now, I made a video called Down with Australia. I'd always had a thing, I'd always thought, I hate Australian accents. And I thought, there's something else to it. So I did a lot of investigating and I discovered Australia was the worst country in the world. I thought Brazil was the worst country in the world, but then I found out about Australia. Australia
because
is the
of
worst
the animals
country in the world.
And the people.
For lots of reasons. I'm not going to go into that right now. But anyway, Australia was the worst country in the world. And then I sat around one day, a couple of years later, and I'm thinking to myself, how is it possible that a place could be so bad? So bad that place is as bad as Australia is. And then I thought, it's not that bad because it's not real. And that made sense to me because I couldn't fathom how a place could be so bad. And the only explanation was that it wasn't, because it's not real. It's fictional. I mean, it was discovered by a person called Captain Cook. Captain Cook, that's no more legit than Captain Birdseye.
He didn't discover it. Like, that's another myth.
Or whatever.
There was actually...
It's a myth. It's a myth.
Like, he did actually stumble upon it, but he wasn't the person who actually discovered Australia. So I think it was the Dutch, if I recall correctly.
And your point is?
I'm just saying that it's incorrect information.
Well, of course it's incorrect information because it never happened.
Oh. But why is it that all of the fairy tales and folklore and stuff come from England and Scotland and America and all of those places then?
Because these are real places that have history.
But we're only 200 years old, or a little bit over.
Who are?
Australia. We're like 200 and something years old.
You're not old at all because you're not real.
What am I then?
Well, you're a real person. You're in New Zealand. You think you're in Australia, but you're not. You're drugged up. You're delusional. I don't know why you're laughing now. That's very rude.
Because
I'm trying to have a civil conversation here, and you're just laughing about it.
Because it's funny because we are real. That's why it's funny to me, and I know that it's serious to you. We are real.
Give me some evidence that you're real. I've not seen any evidence.
Give me some evidence that we're not. Because
I've given lots of evidence.
You haven't.
I am guesting with you. You should have done your research.
I've done
I'm not
some
going to do it for you.
research. But that's actually another thing. You said that kangaroos were robots in your video.
Oh, kangaroos are definitely robots.
But
yeah, kangaroos are definitely robots.
People in your Discord were saying that they're native to Madagascar.
What?
They said that they implied it came from you. They said that kangaroos are native from Madagascar, and they implied it came from you, the people in your Discord. Okay.
I have never said that.
Yeah, because I was like, because that was something that.
I mean, I'm not even convinced Madagascar is a real place either, but that's a whole nother story.
Okay. So obviously you think Scotland's real. Why
I think what?
Scotland.
Oh, Scotland?
Yes.
I mean, Scotland's real because why would someone make up Scotland? I mean, it's not great, it's not terrible, it's just,
Well,
I mean,
some
of the things in Scotland you couldn't make up. You could not make up the fact that men wear skirts.
Yes, you can. I could.
Why do we blow into pipes that are attached to a bag?
See,
you can't make that stuff up.
I grew up thinking that Scotland was like a very magical place where fairies come from and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, you were brought up on lies.
But I'm actually part Scottish. Like, as in, my dad's Scottish.
Okay.
So, why is it that your place is real but mine's not? Like, if that makes sense.
That's okay, right. That's kind of like saying, right? Say you have two women, okay? Okay, this is going to be a little bit graphic and horrible, but you say you have two women, right? One woman was actually raped. The other woman was not raped. And now both women say, I was raped. Both of them are saying I was raped, but only one of them was actually raped. And that's kind of what's happening here. We're both from countries. I'm saying my country is real. You're saying your country is real. The difference is mine is real. Yours isn't.
But why is yours real?
Because I just told you so.
But like, I'm telling you that mine's real and you're not accepting that. So why is yours real? Like, what I'm asking is for some form of justification.
Well, you don't prove that somewhere is real. You prove that it's not real. If you think it's not real, then you bring me some evidence and show me. I mean, I'm open to listening to some evidence. I mean, I'm not saying that there's no way Scotland isn't a real place. I mean, just show me evidence if you really think that. I mean, I've seen evidence Australia isn't real, and that's why I say Australia isn't real.
Fair.
If I had seen evidence that Australia was real, I would say that is real.
So you said you've been here before, haven't you?
Yeah, I travelled there.
Yeah, so what did you see when you came here?
I didn't see much. I mean, I was drugged up and I was hallucinating the entire time.
Yeah, but I mean, what was your experience here? Is more the question, like, perception-wise.
I hallucinated. I saw deserts. I saw prostitutes. I saw lots of racist people. I saw underground workings. I saw robots, kangaroos. I saw spiders.
I've actually never seen the desert, to be honest.
You've never seen the desert?
Yeah, I've never been there. I'm from Melbourne, and I lived in Tasmania for a while. So
is that supposed to mean something to me?
So,
I don't know what the places in Australia.
What I'm meaning is, like, Melbourne and Tasmania are far away from the desert. So, if that is an indication.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So did you go to Uluru?
I don't know where I was. I mean, I was on the plane the entire time, drugged up and hallucinating. I have no idea where I was.
But where did you order your tickets to go?
Oh, where did I order? I think I went to Sydney.
Oh. So did you see the Opera House?
I did not see any opera house. And no, eat my butter 69. I am not lying. I am not a liar. I am a truth talker. Liars are the worst people in the world. They are worse than child molesters. So please take the bass out of your tone before you say anything else like that about me, because you clearly know nothing.
Okay. So, have you tried Vegemite?
Did you really just ask me that?
Yes.
I've never been so offended in my life.
Why?
I mean, I have never used any profanity or slang language in my life ever. I've never even uttered a word of profanity. But right now I'm going to say, fuck, that's disgusting.
Vegemite is disgusting. Like, I don't know who invented it, but yeah.
You're a pathetic, less guest, miserable, and a liar. Shut up, eat my butter 69. You have done me.
I'm sorry, guests. Like, I think, So Sydney would have been the beach kind of land and city.
I don't know. I know where I got the ticket to, but all I know for sure is I was on the plane the entire time. I took a counteractive to the drug that they were putting me on, and that counteractive was to drink a bottle of vinegar, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever drank in my life. And I drank that bottle of vinegar right before the flight, and it kept me half awake for the whole thing. And I saw what was going on. I was only half hallucinating. I was sitting on the plane.
Okay. So, like, one thing that you seem to constantly mention is how people are drugged up on airplanes. So, how is it that I'm talking in front of a camera to you?
How are you talking to me right now? Well, if you had done your research, you would know this. You see. Now, let me tell you. There is a city, an entire place in New Zealand created just to put these Australians inside. And when they're inside there, they're drugged up, they're in this city, and they live their life walking around in there like you're doing, and they don't know any different. That's what happens.
So, because New Zealand is quite a small place, where in New Zealand is this city?
I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I've never claimed to have all the answers. I'm still working on it. That's why I make a lot of videos about it.
Yeah. So
I recently discovered boomerangs don't come back. So, I mean, I'm
yeah,
getting
I've
it.
never been able to do that. Like,
that's because
I've seen one person do it, but I've never been able to do it.
Put strong magnets in them.
No, apparently it's all about the flick of the wrist, like Wingardium Leviosa.
That's what they tell you, but that's not true. That's what they tell you, but that's not how it works. That's not how gravity works.
Well, it works with frisbees to an extent. It works with.
It will come back to you if you've got a dog who likes to play fetch, or you've got a strong magnet in it. That's it.
But you know, frisbees. So when you throw a frisbee, it curves. So I imagine the science is that the boomerang, because it's this kind of shape, it slices through the air, which makes the curve sharper if directed properly. But I'm not 100% sure about that, because I'm not a scientist, believe it or not.
Maybe you should have a scientist on here to explain it to you.
I'm a hairdresser, so...
Well, you should speak to a scientist. I'm not a scientist, so I can't answer that for you.
Yeah, I'm just saying that that's what I imagine is going on with boomerangs. I don't think they're magnetized at all. Because to be magnetized, somebody would have to have a serious magnet. Like, you know how magnets work?
That's why you don't come back. The ones that do come back have been magnetized.
But do you know how magnets work? Because,
of course I know how magnets work.
Because a boomerang is too small for that type of magnet to work properly. with the amount of distance that somebody throws it. For the strength
No,
that
got a special kind of magnet.
because you need the person to throw it with a lot of strength to be able to fight the force of the magnet.
It's an electromagnet, and it comes back.
How does it work?
It's an electromagnet guiding system.
So how does it work? I'm curious.
Well, you throw it, and you've got a little button attached to your belt or something. When you throw it, you press the little button on your belt, and it just pulls it back.
But how does the magnet itself work? When you say it's an electromagnet...
I don't know, I'm not an electrician, I'm not a scientist, I can't explain this to you.
Where did you find your source for that? Or is that something that you've just hypothesized?
Well, this is a working theory. This is a working theory.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know, because I wasn't sure if it was something that you've proven or if it's something that you've imagined.
I've proven that boomerangs don't come back when you throw them, but I've not proven this magnet thing yet.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what about... I'm trying to think of something else. What about Cheese TV? Have you heard of that?
Heard of what?
Cheese TV.
Cheese TV.
Yes.
I'm disgusted. I'm leaving now.
Why are you disgusted? It's a great show. It stars Ryan and Jade. What? I don't understand how that's disgusting. It's like a kids show where they have like these guys hosting and they do cartoons. Like as in they post Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon and all that other stuff. So it's sort of like they call it Toasted TV now. But in the 90s it was Cheese TV. But I was going to ask him about if Australia has no history, why do we have things like that? And then we've got things like Neighbours and all of that kind of stuff too. So, yeah. I don't understand why it's disgusting. Like, let me get my phone. I'm just gonna try and find Cheese TV starring Jade and Ryan. So like these are the two guys that hosted it, and they had like a bunch of cartoons, like they put Sailor Moon and all that kind of stuff. I'll see if he'll guess, but I don't think he will. I'll try, but I doubt he will. Nah, he won't do it. Oh my god. Okay. That's actually kind of funny. I'm not sure like how I feel about that, because I'm trying to figure out, is this guy trolling or is he serious? Because like if he's trolling, then he's a pretty good troll, but if he's serious, I just am concerned about some of the stuff he says, because I feel like it's just worrying that people feel this way, and hopefully he finds whatever he needs to in life. I don't know. It feels weird. But yeah. Like, you can feel free to look at his videos and stuff, but I wouldn't stalk him because, for one thing, I don't know if he's got anything going on with him, or he might just be messing around with people. I'm not sure, to be honest. But I'd hate for people to harass him if he did have some kind of mental thing going on, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just feel like it would be a shame. It's sure interesting though. By the way, sorry if I didn't respond to any comments or anything. I was just sort of, you know, wanting to focus on the subject without it getting too chaotic. I'm not sure if he hates females or not. I think that I don't think he has anything against females themselves, from what I've understood. I think it's just Australians. And vegans. Which, yeah. I seem to fit both categories. Yeah, I know he probably knows right from wrong. It's more of a case of people seem to buy into conspiracies when there's nothing there because they're looking for something. And I think that might be what's going on here. I don't think, yeah. I think that, like, I felt like he sort of didn't want to answer a lot of my questions that I had. And he just looked for a way to not talk about this anymore. I don't want to say rage quit because he may have legit gotten offended. But I don't understand why Cheese TV, a kids show that was on from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. every morning throughout the 90s, would offend him. It just doesn't make sense to me. Who knows? But yeah. I just found it quite interesting, to be honest. And hopefully, I don't know, like, I just hope that he's not serious. I hope he's messing with me and that it is a troll. Oh, I wouldn't say that either. Like, I don't know. Anyway, since I've been on for about half an hour, I might hop off because I am actually sick and I'm home from school. But thank you guys so much. Hopefully this was entertaining for people. Okay, bye. Sure. I'll wait. I'll see if I can figure out how to do it. There you go. I think. Is that done? Yeah. Okay.